Good morning and welcome to Beyond the Contracts. And we're back.
We're back.
We made it.
Yay.
It's been a long, hot summer and we're right at the end of it. But we've had some changes happening in our professional lives. Thank goodness and personal lives.
Yeah.
New members coming on. But we are back and we're ready to go into this coming fall. And the big thing you tell your grandbabies first. You give us an update on that.
Yeah. So we have a new member of our family that was born 2 weeks ago yesterday, little Peyton Grace. We lovingly call her Sweet Pea. She was born on the 24th of July, and our lives are just so blessed. So we're so excited. She's the best baby.
Oh, and she's so adorable.
Thank you.
Little fatness, little cuteness.
Fatness. Yep. Yeah.
So, and I know you have dove headfirst back into mortgages and all that good stuff. We've got so many changes going on right now. And I am now working for a national builder and I am in a model home, and that's where we're coming from today in our
special location. We're honored to be able to do this here.
Yes, thank you to Brightland Homes, our builder, this is a great place. I've got quite the digs to come to work in every day. So it's fantastic. Beautiful, beautiful homes.
And our producer, cameraman extraordinaire, Isaiah, for traveling and doing the setup. So we're super excited.
Yep. So give us a little bit. We've had some craziness with the market here lately. So give us a little Churchill mortgage drop.
So rates are heading down.
Thank goodness.
Thank goodness. And many of you, I guess, if you follow, you're in the market to buy a home, you probably are aware that that's the trend. Applications, we have seen some activity, as typically what happens during the summer months when school starts back up. And Rutherford County went back actually full day today.
Yeah.
Other middle Tennessee counties have gone back and are in the midst of going back. But activity tends to slow down a little bit, but what we always know and see, activity picks back up after people get settled. October tends to be a really big month, but rates overall are trending down. The stock market, there was a big day, a big upset, which I called a financial planner that I'm friends with, and I said, tell me what's going on. He said, I'm not concerned, kind of expecting a correction. This, happens. And I kind of thought that. I just needed to hear it from him.
It's also good. It's always good to have a good referral partner that you can tap into, that you have those connections with.
So he just he explained that to me. And the R word, recession, is rumored. And per the market analysts that we follow at Churchill, there is, there's some markers that we're kind of right on the edge of that.
On the cusp.
On the cusp, yes. And so you don't really know, but traditionally what happens, rates go down during a recession.
Yep.
But we're expecting quite a bit of refinance activity over the past 2 years. So we know that's coming. So we're getting geared up for the refinance boom that's coming, but people are going to continue to buy homes.
That's right. Everybody, there's always a real estate market.
Always a real estate market. And I would love it too if you would share with what you're seeing. And also, we know August 17th, that's a date that we're hearing.
Yes. So we have had over the last couple of years with these higher interest rates, people saying, I'm going to wait. And I truly understand that. It is, when you've come off historical lows and you've got higher interest rates, people tend to be like, whoa. And I get it. The problem is that everybody who has said that they're going to wait now that these rates are coming down, they're going to flood the market. And not to say that we're going to get where we were at with all the huge multiple offers and all of the overpriced, over list price offers, but you are definitely going to have some competition. And so now that these rates are coming down a little bit, you may want to really look at your situation and say, let's get in something before we have that competition.
Yes.
And as far as the mortgage companies go, if those rates come down, they have things that you can do. They have float downs, recasts. There are things to do. So get with your person and figure out what the best thing for you to do. The NAR, National Association of Realtors, has a new ruling that takes effect on August 17th. And it's basically where you are not going to, as an agent, it's not going to be listed in the MLS if that seller is going to compensate your buyer's agent. So you're going to have a decision to be made, whether you have that money to pay the person you have actually hired, or if you're going to move on to a home that does offer that compensation. And that's a very, very quick overview of that. There's a lot more details. There's a lot more opinions on it that we won't get into here, but get with your professional. Be glad to answer any more questions that you have, as well as Jen on that. It's just, market things change. And so you've got to have somebody who knows what they're doing and is a professional and can ebb and flow with those changes. But always be represented. Don't try to do it
100%
on your own. You can get off in the weeds and find yourself in court pretty quickly, or, it can go sideways. But again, find somebody that you know and trust and can answer those questions that you may have. And we're available for that at any time.
Yeah. And one thing I tell all buyers, one of my first questions is, are you working with a realtor? And if they're not, I tell them, I've been doing this for 30 years, in mortgages for 30 years. And as much as I've moved multiple times, I would never, ever, ever buy a home without a realtor representing me. Never, ever.
Yep.
And
there's real estate court and there's arbitration and people
it
are in it every single day.
It happens. Yes, it does.
It is. Even with something you could think you could not really something say off the cuff, you could get yourself into trouble and not realize it. So, So anyway, be represented.
Buyer's agents do so much more than what people actually
there's
realize.
A lot of behind the scene things. And I know, there's a lot of people who think we don't do anything. And there's so much more, not just behind the scenes, but there's a lot of tension behind the scenes and stress that we take on that we try to quell before you all even know anything about it. And most of the time you won't know anything about it, not even when you get to the closing table.
And that's the mark of a great realtor, just like yourself.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
So
you endure certain things and you handle them.
Endure. I like how you
and
say that.
Yes.
Yeah, we do endure it. That's for sure.
Exactly.
But anyway, so I know a lot of clients and potential buyers have also said, we're going to wait till the election is over.
Yes.
And I understand that fear. There's only been one person I've run across that I feel like it's legit, and he worked for the IRS. I was like,
okay,
I get it.
Yeah.
The rest of them, it doesn't really apply. Like those decisions aren't going to necessarily have real estate outcomes.
Yes.
Did I say that correctly? Does that make sense?
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I think my thoughts are when people say that, because we hear it as well, I'm going to hold off until the election's over to find out what's going on. I think it has more to do with job stability. I think they're nervous about the economy. There's a lot of reports that are coming out recently. And as I have said many times, what's happening with our job market is a huge indicator of what's actually happening with our economy. And the Fed is actually paying a lot of attention to that now. There's rumors of a couple of Fed rate cuts coming in September. And we could see as much as half a point. And if certain jobs numbers are below expectations or reflect certain things, they're talking about an emergency rate cut. But I think it goes back to job stability. Yeah. That's just my thought.
No, I think that's a valid point. I guess my point was that those reports that pay attention or that directly go to the mortgage interest rates come from the feds.
Yeah.
The reports are different. And so I don't think people understand that. But yes, exactly. The job stability, I do definitely understand that.
Yeah.
And why they would correlate those two things. So
yeah.
But what else do we need to share about Our market.
Our market. Well, I think, again, we're going to see quite a few refinances. Honestly, now is really a great time to buy a home.
Yeah.
It really, really is a great time to buy a home. And I think we're seeing the shift, and you're the expert in terms of we're seeing a shift. And one of the things I hear is it's getting inventory levels are growing, which we've desperately needed to create a more level playing field between buyer and seller.
Right.
Is that what you
We definitely
see?
have more inventory. I know here in Shelton Square, we have 5 homes that are going to be ready. Three of them are going to be ready next week. This is the 8th of August. And so we're going to have 5 quick move-ins within the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
But overall, even outside this neighborhood, we do have a lot of inventory that's, I say a lot for Rutherford County.
Yeah.
That's ready to go.
Yeah.
I think what has happened is everybody has kind of waited for these rates to come down. And so you've got inventory that's kind of sitting. The problem is that the people who have waited for the rates to come down, the price of houses have come up. And now they're like, well, wait a minute.
Yes.
And so they're having to wrap their head around what they're actually paying for a home. And that's, you've got a lot of factors at play that's getting ready to happen, is that you've got rates that could possibly be coming down even more.
Yeah.
Prices of homes have coming out, and everybody's kind of sat. And now most of the people who've been on the fence, they're going to have to purchase. There's a reason why, whether it's their family dynamic, their job has changed, something has changed. And so you're going to have all of this flood hit the market, I feel like, especially when if the feds bring those rates down again twice in September, it's going to be something. Yeah. It's going to be something.
The market's definitely going to change. And it seems to be getting faster. We see these market changes happening so quickly.
Yes, that's a good point, is that
faster and faster.
The beginning of the month to the end of the month is completely different. Completely different. You've got to have somebody who's in the game to figure that out.
And I know for myself, it's like I just have to gear myself up and hang on, because it's coming and it changes so quickly. And so education is key.
Yep.
And knowing what the changes are. But a big part of that is market strategy, or when you go in, a home buyer strategy.
Yeah.
And a lot of that depends on the market.
Yep. Yeah.
And how you negotiate.
Absolutely. And let's get a plan. Let's sit down and get a plan, figure out what that market trend is for right then, and get your game plan on. So, and I think that's, our big part of our job is educating our clients, and then just hold on, jump in, and get ready to go. Yeah.
So let's talk about what's going on coming up. We are right here at fall. We've got some typical things that we love to share about. And so we've got.
So I know next month in September, the Rotary Club of Smyrna has their annual Wings of Freedom fish fry. That's a mouthful.
Yes.
Judy King is the president this year. We will have her on in a couple of weeks to talk about it. We love Judy. She is precious. Judy. This year, they are honoring all canine veterans or law enforcement. She'll tell us all the details.
Yeah.
But that's coming up. That's something that it's not just a fish fry. It is a huge community event.
Yes.
They raise over six figures for the community.
It gets bigger and bigger. They've got a very high benchmark of where they want to raise money for this year. It's always a very well attended event. People coming from outside of Rutherford County. This has been going on for years.
Yeah, it's a long time. Yeah.
It's so much fun. It's good food. It's just a lot of fun. It's just
entertainment, car show.
It's
at the airport. So you get they have planes that come on the tarmac that the kids can come and anybody who likes a plane, it doesn't matter their age, they want to look at them. So,
and Judy, from one of our prior podcasts, she gets so emotional.
It's very sweet.
She wholeheartedly loves that particular Rotary chapter, but everything it does for our community. So we're honored that she's going to come back and visit with us. And then Special kids race.
So, special kids race. It's not until the spring, but we just had our first community meeting about it. So I wanted to put it on everybody's radar. It's another huge event for Rutherford County. But there are, since this is the beginning, I say it's the beginning of fall. It's the beginning of August. It's the end of summer, not quite fall, but in my mind, it's time to go. And so there's so many charitable events that are coming up that we're going to bring to you around us. So many things, but my funnest things are the holidays.
Yes.
And so I wanted to start with just things in August you need to do for your not just your house, but I get this time of year, especially next month, it hits me. I start to get a little anxious because I know what's coming. And so I'm a planner. I am a list writer. I live by a list.
I can see it.
I know. I got my list over here.
Right over there.
I love it. But some things for August that you need to do even as a homeowner and really for my mental health, I need a deep clean. I need to clean the house from top to bottom. And do I do that? No, I don't. And so therefore there's more stress on me. But in theory, I love to. It just doesn't always happen. I will clean out a good closet.
Yeah.
And from that, then I go into my list making. And it's not just a daily list, it's for the rest of the year. I try to evaluate what went good for me over the summer. And I make lists. Finances, business, exercise. That's always on the bad side. It's always on the bad side of that list. Just certain things that you can kind of put in your mind of what went well, what do we need to work on.
That's a great idea.
Then we go into Christmas mode. Now, Jen can attest that I am a psychopath when it comes to the holidays.
You call yourself a psychopath. I call you a creative. You are party planner extraordinaire.
I do love
you
to plan
love
a
a
party.
good craft. You're great at all of it.
Well,
and
I try to be. I don't know if I'm great yet, but I do like to get involved. I feel like that makes me more, I don't know. It does something to me.
And we all need that something for sure, especially with everything that's been going on in this world. But but I've been to the Halloween parties and the ladies' Christmas things. And so I've kind of nudged her that we're going to share some of this.
Yes.
We're going to talk about holiday foods. Maybe do some pumpkin pie spice things.
We got
pumpkin
a lot
spice
of fun
things from
stuff
last year.
coming.
Yeah, lots of fun stuff. It is a great time of year.
And it's definitely beyond the contracts.
Beyond the contracts.
Bring us into another realm of fun stuff.
Yes.
So I tried to think at the beginning, the beginning of this month, I was like, what did I do last year that I had so much fun at? And that I had not been doing. And one of them was crafting and one of them was cooking. I'm an empty nester. There's nobody to cook for anymore, but I'm forcing myself to do it.
So did you do the bell buckle? So each year Bell Buckle has Bell Buckle does the big arts and crafts fair in the fall. And I did not get to go last year. There's a girlfriend of mine. She does hats. Mad the Hatter.
Yeah. And she's got a little trailer. It's so adorable.
A pink trailer. Yep. She's amazing.
She did a lot at
She's
the
on
Country
Instagram.
Music, festival.
She was with Dan Post. Yeah. And she has got tons of events lined up, but she does the felt. She's amazing. So, but
beautiful.
She brought it up yesterday when I was with her and we were talking about the Arts and Crafts Festival. And I remember going there years ago when I was younger, but it is a big deal.
So me and my sister, my best friend, used to go to that every year.
Yeah.
And we kind of fell off of it because it was so big. We couldn't see everything. And it was just, it's very overwhelming.
I don't know if we'll go out there. I don't know what we'll do, but
that would be fun.
That would be so much fun. So
on-site stuff.
Yep.
And crafts and foods and events. It's all coming at you.
All coming at you. Yeah. And new location, lots of things going on. And we're super excited.
Yeah.
So
we've got a lot coming down the pike. So stay with us. And
stay tuned.
If there's anything that you think that we need to cover, let us know.
DM us.
Yeah. We got Isaiah out of the office. We can go anywhere.
Please like and subscribe.
And share.
Yep. And who knows what's in store.
That's right. So don't forget about us. We're back and we're going to kick off this fall season and be prepared.
Yep.